Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Again, in today's video, we're going to be going over the trade I ended up taking today on NQ. Again, so let's just pull up the bias for the day. So good morning, coming into the bias today with a bullish bias, but also looking for low-hanging fruit to be down to highs. I ended up taking a 5-minute inversion, but I realized that it might be early, so I cut it for a $100 loss. I like the 4-hour CRT, but we weren't delivering from a higher time frame gap beside a 5-minute. So I'd rather see that gap get traded into before taking longs, and that's exactly what I waited for. So again, if you look at this, we're tapping into this 4-hour inverse. So I was thinking we might be bullish, but I was like, this just looks way too bearish. In order for me to be bullish, I want to see displacement higher just to make sure, because we're in a bear market right now. Like, price is literally dumping. Like, we dumped so many points. If you guys take a look at this, we've literally dumped so much, like 1,000 points. So I don't want to catch any bottoms. You know, I want to make sure I'm actually like waiting for displacement higher before taking a long. So again, low hanging fruit was going to be that highs. So coming into this, I like this 5-minute BISI that was here. So essentially, I like this 5-minute BISI because I was like, oh, like this looks good. And we formed SMT with this 5-minute BISI in lifetime. So I was like, oh, like I like this SMT. Like, this looks clean. So I was like, all right, this 5-minute SMT inside of this 5-minute in a discount, like this looks pretty good. And then I was like, okay, like, do we have a CRT with the low at least? And I saw 9 a.m. open lower, CRT with the low. I was thinking data highs would be the target here. That would be low hanging fruit for me. So I was like, okay, like, I don't mind. Why does it look like this? I was like, I don't mind taking this 5-minute inversion now, because essentially we're delivering from a gap, SMT at the lows, 5-minute inversion, which is high time frame. Now we have equal highs. This could be a long, but then I ended up taking it off because I was like, wait, this might be a little early because of time. 9:30 is about to open. We have 9:45 news. I'd rather just wait a little bit longer before actually taking this trade. So I was like, you know what? I'll rather just cut it. I cut it. Instead of losing 300, I lost $100, and I was happy with that. So then I waited for 9:30 open. 9:30 open lower. I would have gone stopped at break even. Price ended up going higher, and I was like, okay, like now let's go back here. And I was like, since my short-term bias played out, in order for me to be bullish, I need a 5-minute bullish breaker. I'm bearish until the 30-minute BISI, unfilled 30-minute BISI for now. Again, I marked this out. So again, I marked out the 30-minute gap, and I want to see some shorts. And I'll show you guys now the short. So again, I marked out the 30-minute gap. What did we have? Bearish SMT within the 30-minute gap. So this told me, okay, like 30-minute gap is holding. Bearish SMT looks great. This is fire. Like, this is exactly what I want to look for now. And I was okay, if I get this 1 minute. Oh, so by the way, after we tapped into this 30-minute here, let me delete this. So now we have this. Delete this. Put this as a sweep. Okay. Now let me mark this out. This 30-minute right here looks good. Sibby. Okay. So I was like, all right, bet. We're inside of this 30-minute. Price is clearly bearish. Again, why is price clearly bearish? Like, we have a high, low, higher, high, bearish SMT at the highs, displacement. This is a breaker. We come and mitigate the breaker inside of a bearish PD array in equilibrium of the dealing range. Again, from this high to this low, we're clearly above the 0.5, so that it means we're bear and like in a premium. So I want to be bearish in a premium, and I want to short. So again, once I saw the SMT, what do we have? Internal SMT after, right? This high and this high. Right here, bearish SMT. Bearish SMT. So I was like, okay, like if this 1 minute inverses, I'm shorting. Why? Because we already created a protected high, so therefore I'm gonna short. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I forgot about the 9:45 news, but again, I forgot about it. I'm gonna be honest. But again, like when we formed the protected high and we formed this manipulation move, honestly, I could care less. Even if I knew about the news, I would still take the short due to the fact that we ended up manipulating before the news. So again, whenever we have manipulation before news will deliver to the draw on liquidity. That's what I'm expecting for price to do. So the 1 minute inverse pretty deep. I didn't like this inverse, and yesterday I told myself I'd rather wait for a tab back in. I waited for a tab back in, and instead of shorting down here, I shorted right around here. So which was great. Right around 9:30, tab back in. Okay. We mitigated 9:30. I expected price to drop. Exactly what happened. And what did price do on ES? We went straight to that 30-minute, creating that bullish SMT with that 30-minute. Again, this was my sweep internal. Again, once I saw it, I took most of my contracts off right around here, still making like a 1 to 1.8, 1 to 1.8, 1.7 RR, which is great. After this, I hopped off for the day, and that was my trade for the day. I did see this potential setup, but again, I don't care because I locked myself out after having my win. I was done for the day. Again, in order for me to be bullish here, I really wanted to see a displacement through the highs in order for me to be bullish here. I just felt like we're not that bullish. I know the 4 hours holding, and then we create a 30-minute. It doesn't look bad. But again, also what makes this trade really good for longs now is that 10 EM open lower, put in this bullish SMT, and then we have this 1 minute IFEG to the equal highs, which is pretty nice. And then that's break even, target the internal right here, and I would just take it all off there, if I'm being honest with you, because I would just take low hanging fruit. Doesn't look like the best to Asia and London highs. Again, actually it does look really good to Asia and London highs because it is a New York reversal daily profile. I just felt like I'd rather, again, in this bearish market, I'd rather see more confirmation. I know with the 4 hour inverse, I know everything is there. But yeah, I feel like this is a good trade, not bad. I just felt like, to me, in the moment, shorts look better. Yeah, and that's it. I usually target the daily profiles. I usually like to target London highs, Asia highs. I really usually like to target these things, but today, to me, it looked pretty clean just to target this 30-minute, and I was done for the day. Again, but 10 AM open lower, SMT at the lows, inversion, break even, TP1 here. Again, if you're really bullish, TP2, and then TP3. To me, all off would have come off here, honestly, if I'm being honest. Most of it, or 75 would have come off here, and then I can hold the rest to London and Asia. But again, this is not a bad trade. This is a pretty good trade. Personally, for me, though, I would just wait. But yeah, what else? 10 AM open lower. Yeah, this is not a bad trade. This is a pretty good trade. Yeah. I caught the shorts. People could have caught the longs. You could have played both sides. Pretty good day today. Pretty clean structure. Good delivery. If I didn't take this short, I definitely would have probably slapped this long break even here and just TP'd at this internal, I believe. I don't know if I would have held it. Honestly, I'm not in this trade. And again, I don't want to say like, oh, I would have held it, because hindsight, like, yeah, it looks like it's going to go higher, right? But yeah, with that being said, what else? I want to make sure I went over. Confidence with the trade part had a clear displacement downside 930, tap into 30 minutes gap. Price created, tap to 30 minute created bearish SMT. SMT went to a high, so I waited 1 minute FUG to get inverse. Since it was too deep, I waited for 930 to get me to get it before shorting. I know it's before 945 news, but price had already manipulated. I didn't see the point to go back higher. Definitely a bit risky, but this seemed very clear on ES. Once ES booked the 30 minute on fill, I took it off. I took off all my cons. Yeah, not bad. Pretty good. Yeah, honestly, very good trade. And then again, I did say before longing, I'd rather see the 30-minute gap to get traded into before taking a long. Again, the 30-minute gap got traded into, created SMT, and boom, straight boner candles to the upside. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the trade recap. Again, I told you guys I was gonna literally lock in today and really be focused. Took a little bit of a loss in the morning, a small little $100 loss right here because of the early, which I think I already explained. I hope I did. I don't remember. I think I did. But yeah, I took it off. Didn't really absolutely love it. So once I took that off, I'm glad I was able to come back and really capitalize on something that made a little bit more sense. So I'm happy to listen to my gut. I stayed process focused, and yeah, we executed with confidence and we did the right thing. So overall, very, very happy, very grateful. Good way to close out the week. Tomorrow we'll probably look for something mechanical. Just a quick little $200 winning day, and then we can request another payout. But I'm going to try to build a little bit more of a buffer. So with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.